Let's jump right into it. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we aren't just going to sit here looking at dry data or abstract theories because we're diving into something profoundly human, something that honestly affects almost every single one of us at some point in our working lives. We are exploring the Vitarika community and mentorship ecosystem. Basically, it's a revolutionary, structured approach to solving a quiet but massive problem in our professional and academic paths. So, be honest with yourself for a second here. Have you ever felt completely isolated in your career choices? It's a really heavy question, right? Because the reality is, early career seekers, students, and even seasoned workers often face this pervasive problem of career anxiety. We run into massive guidance gaps and a deep sense of academic confusion when we're trying to figure out our paths. You're trying to choose a degree, maybe pivot to a completely new industry, or navigate tricky office politics, and suddenly it hits you, you are entirely alone in a crowded room. You simply don't have the authentic context you need to make good decisions. Which brings us to the career loneliness epidemic and the search for authentic belonging. Well, the antidote to that epidemic is a high-trust collective known as Vitarika. And just a quick note on the pronunciation, it's Vitarika. Let's say it together, Vitarika. This is an ecosystem built literally from the ground up to eliminate professional isolation and close those very real guidance gaps. Because instead of some transactional networking event where everyone is just awkwardly handing out business cards to strangers, Vitarika is engineered to foster genuine connection, belonging, and trust. Now, let's look at the Vitarika philosophy. Everyone has something to teach. At its absolute core, this collective aims to be a force for good in education and humanity. That is their primary philosophical pillar. They aren't just trying to build, yet another networking app. They are actually setting a completely new benchmark for empathetic human development and community-driven education. It is all about creating a space where lifting someone else up is just the default behavior, not the exception. Moving on to the dual value exchange, which is all about mutual growth for students and mentors. You see, this ecosystem is a true two-way street. On one hand, for students, it replaces career anxiety with absolute clarity and authentic context. Imagine you're, say, a mid-level data scientist trying to pivot into AI, but you don't actually know anyone in the field. This community provides a lifeline of real-world guidance. And on the flip side, what about the mentors? Well, they get a high psychological reward with zero burnout. Professionals gain this warm, high-trust peer network where they can discuss their own roadblocks, learn from other industry leaders, and give back in a way that truly energizes them. It's a perfect synergy. Now, to keep things from just becoming total chaos, the Vitarika uses a micro-cohort architecture. Members are grouped by shared academic or domain interests. Think fields like AI and data science, business and strategy, or design and media. So instead of throwing you into a massive, noisy forum where you'd easily get lost in the crowd, you are clustered into highly focused micro-cohorts. This ensures every single conversation is deeply relevant to your specific career path and passions. But why specifically 8 to 10 people? Well, because that intimate size creates genuine psychological safety. Think about it. If you're in a group with 500 people, you're probably going to be afraid to ask a stupid question, right? But in a room of just 8 to 10 peers, you feel seen. You feel incredibly comfortable speaking up, sharing your vulnerabilities, and asking the real questions that are actually holding you back. And within these microgroups, there's a perfect balance that sustains the whole ecosystem. You've got 1 or 2 industry mentors providing those real-world insights, and then a group leader, or SPOX, who drives the conversation, collects questions, and maintains a really warm culture. All of this happens alongside the students who are actively participating and supporting each other. It's just an exceptionally well-balanced mini ecosystem. Let's shift gears to flexible and private engagement, where we focus on high impact and low stress. The communication stack here is brilliant because it's built around tools you probably already use every single day. We're talking WhatsApp communities, a private peer lounge just for mentors to network, microgroup chats, async voice notes, quick one-on-one phone calls, and online video sessions via Google Meet or Zoom. The best part? Mentors contribute strictly based on their own terms and availability. You can literally drop a voice note on your morning commute or schedule a quick Zoom call when you magically find a free half hour. And when it comes to privacy, this is absolutely non-negotiable. There is a 100% data privacy guarantee. Your data is never sold or rented to third parties, period. It is securely stored and strictly used by the Vitarika facilitation team for one singular purpose: matching mentors with students and placing members into the perfect microgroups, so you can engage with absolute peace of mind. Next up, how to join the collective, which is open to all growth-minded individuals. The onboarding process is wonderfully simple. Step 1, possess a genuine desire to learn, grow, and support others. Step 2, you just fill out a structured Google form detailing your educational background, experience, and top skills. And step 3, get matched. The team uses your information to seamlessly match you into your ideal micro-cohort, so you can literally start exchanging value right away. As a really cool added bonus, members also have the option to share their personal and career journeys on the Vitarika podcast or YouTube channel. It's a fantastic, completely optional way to broadcast your insights, amplify your voice to a much wider audience, and inspire people way beyond your immediate micro-cohort. We've definitely covered a lot of ground today, but I want to leave you with this really powerful question. In a high-trust collective, who will you teach? And who will you learn from? Look, you have unique experiences that someone else out there desperately needs to hear, and there are people out there holding the exact keys to the roadblocks you're facing right now. I highly encourage you to apply, step out of that isolation, and join the ecosystem.